Hey everybody, Jason here with Brett's Brick Builds. This episode we have LEGO Speed Champions Porsche kit number 77239, Porsche 911 GT3 RS. 348 listed pieces, brand new kit available now. I actually picked this one up at the grocery store in the toy section, so no, department store, grocery store. You know, these stores, they do everything now. So they do everything except have registers open and carts in them. So I guess you gotta do that yourself now. But anyway, so we've got the Porsche, we've got the actual car, got the Lego version here. Bit of a rather proud wing on the back of this one. But let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and get right into this one. We will do our usual level best to keep the box as intact as possible for collectability, resaleability, and whatnot. Go here. One end open. This one's opening up really nicely for me. There we go. That was pretty smooth, actually. We'll keep the knife there to help us keep the book open. So we've got our book, and I believe this is going to be like the other. I don't think we have decals with this one. I think the decals are all, or they're printed. They're not decals. So we've got bag number 3, or number 3. Bag number 2. Bag number 5. Got our center caps for our wheels in this little bag. I'm going to set this one right up here for now. We have bag number 1. Bag 4. I'm going to drop bags 2 through 5 off here, off camera onto the floor there. And we have our typical chassis piece. Oh, we do have decals. That, I gotta admit, that's a little disappointing. Some of this is printed, some of it's decal. I was hoping it was going to be like the Dodge that we built last, where it was all printed, but I guess no such luck. But we're not going to let that get us down. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go on with the build. We're going to hopefully hope that my decal skills are maybe a little better this evening than usual. If you're a watcher of this channel, I struggle with the decals. It's a combination of lack of patience and lack of skill. A lot of the basic pieces there we see a lot on the first part of the build, and we're going to get, there we go, that piece right there that I would have been looking for forever, about 10-15 minutes from now. But we'll set our chassis piece there. Go ahead and pop our book open. First thing we'll do, as we so often do, is we will get our guy together, our minifigure, and we'll take a look at them. And this one does have the we've got a helmet, and we've got just like hair. So we'll do, let's see, first thing we'll do, give him his wrench in his hand, then we'll go ahead and get his helmet on. But first we'll take a look at him, let you folks see him at home. So there he is. He's got his Porsche shirt on, well, probably like a Nomex suit, printing on the upper torso, front and back, no printing on the legs. He's kind of got the near Dragon Ball Z haircut, as I call it, and he's got his wrench. So let's go ahead and pop his hair off, and we'll put his helmet on here. Get a look at him, helmet on. And it's just a standard white helmet, no printing on the helmet, with the visor, clear visor going down. So that is our minifigure. Let's go ahead and get his car built for him so he can drive fast and take chances. or whatever he wants to do. Okay. Starting out with 4 of these guys here right at the back. Black on black, a little difficult to see sometimes. People think, you know, black, oh, it's, you know, you won't see dirt. Black shows dirt worse than any, I swear, black shows dirt even worse than, if you would say, like white. Got these guys. And if there's a point where you see like a little gnat flying around. Ooh, I got him. Okay. Got lucky. Usually that never happens, but I killed the gnat. I don't know where you're at, what part of the country you're in, but in our part of the country, they are terrible this year, and they are, you know, I keep a clean home, but these gnats are just little tiny flies. I don't know what you call them, where you might be at, but they are everywhere here in my part of the country this year. There you go. Microphone doubling as a gear shift. Now this set of instructions, we got the highlight action going on where we have the green highlight around where you're putting pieces, that's helpful at times. This piece here, there we go. Here, and then that's going to come up from the bottom. Right there. Again, most of these chassis on these Speed Champions builds, there's not a lot on the underside as far as detail. Sub-build here at the front axle, or well, I don't know if it's the front or rear. Here I'm betting that's the front because of the placement of gear shift. Could be mistaken with this here. Sorry about that. If you caught that edit in there, I had a bit of a cough situation, and it was one of them ones where you start coughing and you just kind of go, oh, I'm done, and then you start coughing again, and then you go, oh, I'm done, then you start coughing again, and I finally just had to throw an edit in and go, let's get done with the coughing and get back to the build. So we are back on the build at this point. It's very nice to put the stud out the side. And also, if you're hearing crickets, it's not just my the way I like to keep my audience riveted. It's because there are a lot of crickets out tonight. That piece on, so that's kind of locked together now. Over the rear, we have another. It looks to be the rear section where the rear axle assembly is going to go. I think these are fairly short wheelbase cars, if I'm not mistaken. I know scale always changes a touch with Lego, but for the most part, pretty, pretty reasonable facsimile thereof, whatever vehicle that they're making. Kind of half barrel 1x2s. Sub-assembly again. Squared up as best I can. here. It's on there now. I've got some other, got at least one more Speed Champions kit ordered, and I have another city kit that's just coming out, the Lego pumpkin chassis or pumpkin truck, something like that. I thought it looked pretty neat, so I said, I'll take a chance and buy that. Okay, how's this going to go? That's going over there. Yeah. Broke my streak. These have to go here. Now this will go on here on each side. I'll see what's happening now. Well, that is a deep. You're sitting pretty far down in this thing with those pieces on the, or like the, whatever you say, the door would be on the car. There we go. 90s again. Looks like this is a dash panel piece. Going on here. Square 1 by 1. 1 by 3 off the back. Oh, I see what they're doing. Front is here, steering wheel is going to go there, it's going to go right and then that's going to be like the loop over on the go over the steering wheel, and that is the technical term. That's a goes over the steering wheel. This, which is going to go that way. So the speedometer's on there. So black sticker on a black piece, which is one of my least favorites, but that actually kind of turned out pretty okay. That's a weird one. Why is it? Kind of weird. All right, can't overthink it. That's the way it is. Got our spares. Slide those up over there, and we'll be on to bag number 2. We'll get a quick drink here. We don't have a repeat of the coughing incident, and we'll get bag number 2 going on here. Bag out of the way. Best of my knowledge, I've got all the pieces out of it. So we should have a 1 by 2. There it is. This is just going to be back of the car. Now we've got these guys, gray guys, flat going this way. And there like that. This divider there. Fender 1x3, 1x2, and 1x1. 1x2, 1x3, 1, and then only supposed to go there on top of this one. Then we're going to spinner. That's going on there. So I'm assuming we're going to do the same. Yes. There. 1x2, 1x3, 1x1. This one's going to be on this side. 1x2s, gray, taps there, right across the back. Imagine that's going to be part of the wing support. First, we've got sub-assembly, rear sub-assembly of the rear end action. It's kind of chunky right now. I guess it'll kind of resolve itself as we go on here. There. Next to each other, not on top of each other. I don't know if I'm winning or not. I've caught every mistake I made like immediately. Last week we had a bit of our last episode, depending on when you watched. We had a bit of a, I had to step back and go backwards through a few steps to get where we needed to be, but my mistakes on this one, I've been pretty immediate on catching them. So. There. And then I'm going to have 1x2 that's going to get a decal, but I'm going to put that on there before I put the decal on. I've got it going right way up. If not, I'll just pop the whole piece off and flip it over. Big deal. Sub-assembly for the sub-assembly. This is madness. This is madness. The 1x1 black pieces, and then same thing again. I'm going to put these on full piece first, and then I will get the decals on after they are ready to go. Two over here. And black on the black. My favorite decal combo to sticker, but that one went pretty well, so let's hope we have the same luck on the other side. Here, under there. Decals aside yet again, so we don't do the thing where you put down your arm and you got your sweaty, sticky arm wants to attach to it, and you move your arm, and then you got decal stuck to your arm. It's a whole tragedy in itself. Two exhaust pipes right there next to each other. So 1x3 orange pieces going there to hold that together. I do believe I put that decal on the right side as far as heads up or heads down. There, there. Okay. Got a quarter round going on here, kind of at the, not really the bottom, but kind of the bottom. Here. Top piece, kind of fading it down with that one. Here. All lined up. It's not as much as the Dodge Challenger built, but it does have a fair amount of stuff going on. A lot of work here on the rear end of this thing. Up. One black flat pieces. Toward the back, kind of finish that rounding out of what we have here. That's going to go right on there. Got our rear end fairly complete. Wedge pieces that are going there to keep that together, and we're on to bag number 3 or number 3. Bag 3. sub bag 3. Get started here. So we have one by 3 flat tops. And then the new flat, kind of scalloped, kind of wedge piece. There we are. Pop something off here. I just want to check something. Yep, I thought I had that backwards. Just call it there. They didn't call out the printing, but there's Porsche printed on there. I had that going the other way, but we're good now. Like I said, I rarely have mistake-free builds, but this one I'm catching them right as it's catching them in real time. Sub-assembly. First one on, and they're going to kind of square up because we're going to do the other 3 of them here. Yeah, one step. This, these 2 pieces, I don't even have a 1-to-1 scale to let me know. Put these on here. That's pretty good. Centered a bit. We got these pre-printed pieces, and they're printed so either way you put them on, they're going to be okay, which is a good move by Lego. I like when they do that. Vented wedge. these two decals, number 11, number 6. Best we can with my limited abilities. And decal application. That went pretty good. It's good enough from the street on a galloping horse. It's okay. As a coworker of mine used to say. I'm inclined to agree with him. That's going to go. Where's that going to go? Or how is that going to go? Oh, I see. Okay. What's going on those? There we are. Now we've got that. A classic Porsche rear cowl / window shape. Going to go in there, piece there, a little bit of the wind foil on top, aerodynamic benefits of such thing. Here. That's better. Let's go front. Here. Over here. We're just doing one side at a time. I'm getting ahead of myself. This one. This one. Decal number is that? Number 9. Pretty nice. That went on there pretty well. These were the ones I were really hoping pre-printed, but they're not. But it's okay. Good enough. This here, because this is this number 10? Yes, number 10. This one, so I can kind of line up what we already have there. So not too bad, not too bad. Here, combining those together. This piece going here, bringing that together. Have another two of the one by one. A lot of those single 1x1s with the flats, those are hard to get squared up, I should say. Kind of the same here, only this way. We're going the opposite way because you're reading the GT from the other side. I'll do the same on the other. I'll get it on there and get it lined up, and then I'll commit to placing it once the pieces on the car. So, pretty decent. Pretty decent. Again, the pieces locking those sections together. And then we're doing the same thing again. Kind of lost my place. Doing the what's going to be the rear view mirrors here on the side. Shout out to Porsche for not using matching colors on the. I kind of like the difference of the black and the orangish yellow there. Bag number 4. We're flying through this one. Quick sip here. All right, I'm going to set this aside because we are immediately starting with sub-assembly with bag 4. Bag 4, no sub bag, just the one bag. And starting here with the 90-degree pieces. opposite way. Studs out the back. I hope I wasn't building off camera there. I've kind of been drifting as I've been going. I think we've got ourselves reconnoitered now. Set up straight. You guys are facing inward. Long one, it's just the other one. Clear on that, but I call them. They tried to get me. Gotta be honest, it's not that hard to get me, but they were trying. This way, or is it? I think it have to be. These guys are going on these radii pieces. A lot of these in this kit. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 of these. And we're going to do it right and left hand. Stuff going on here. Sub-assembly to go on the sub-assembly. This is ridiculous, but this is a lot. This is involved. There's a lot. They're squared up pretty well. And then we got the white ones again. They're going on the same way. They're all. I don't know why those have to be radius. I don't know why they couldn't be. Radius ones I'm not a big fan of, because if you don't, sometimes they're a little hard to get squared up. At least I have trouble getting them squared up. Now we've got a pre-printed Porsche logo, so thank you for that. We've got some 1x1 angles. Classic Porsche Cranston, Porsche logo. Cranston Pony is Ferrari. Car enthusiast out there just screaming at me for the. I'm going to do the same as I did before. I'm going to put these pieces on here. Kind of squared up, and then I'm going to put the this piece and these pieces on. These assemblies together for the most part. I see what's going on there and there. Up. air dam there, I'm assuming, or similar. That's going to go right on the front, huh? Yeah, just right on the front. So I assume we're going to have a lot of structure that we're going to begin building. We're starting right here. That's going to go there. So we're already securing that into the rest of the build. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought those were different for a second, but they are not. Up at the front, a couple of 2x3 white plates. So we've got this is like the fuel line is going to go, or the fuel cap. This like this, and then this goes here. And that's where we have the last decal going on. Thankfully, done with the decals. What's happening here? Done with the decals is like the last bell when we were in school. Mm-hmm. Lined up 2 different places there. There we are. I see it's got the little slash. I'm assuming that's going to be for when the front fender goes on, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Clear. Okay, so we have a clear one here, black one there. Going that way. And that's going to go here. I guess that's like the side. What do you call it? Oh, like the side turn signal. There it is. That 1x2 wasn't wanting to pop in all the way. So that's on. Now we're going to do another one of these. Clear 1x1, round. Black 1x1. That's going to go on just the way the one on the other side did. Nice and easy. There, we are already on bag 5. This one's been, the clutch on the pieces on this one has been nice too. If you saw that Dodge build we did a little while back, I swear a lot of them were from new molds or something, because a lot of them pieces took some effort to pop together. I was building that. So this one's been much more forgiving on the pieces going together. So. 2 1x3 black flat tops. There's black. One by 2s with round edges. Where's that supposed to go? Got that being, so I guess that's supposed to be. Yeah, I think they're supposed to be. Nope. Break it on the second plate. There we go. Sometimes it's good to put it on again the wrong way before you get it to on that piece with that was disappointing. So pop that back in. Talk amongst yourselves while I get this fixed. If you think we're good, I think I've got them in the right spot. We're going to continue on as if I do, and if we find out they're not, we'll deal with it as we have to. Opposite style. This one's okay. So that's going to go here. Sorry, my stomach is growling on me. As I've said many times, when I do these, I try to get it all set up, and my stomach either wants to growl because it's full or because it's empty. Lower style front fenders there. There. Alright, so if that pops in, it's gotta be, these have got to go as I originally had it. Like that. So I double, I'm gonna trick myself. Unless there's something worse coming down the pike where I've missed something even worse than what I just did there, but I think we're good now. A couple of these cheese wedge, the black cheese wedge piece. And there and there. It's going to be on both sides for like that scalloped. I think these are still rear engines, unless they're running the venting duct from the back to the front. I mean, from the front to the back. Not really a car guy, folks. Not really a car guy. I mean, I know enough that I think this is a rear engine. That's kind of where my automotive knowledge ends at. Here. Here, and another one goes there. It goes right there. We've got our pre-printed headlights, which thank you very much for making those pre-printed. Just trying to put decals and whatnot on a compound curve. It's not an idea, not one of my days at the beach, so. I know they could only go one way, but for something my head was ticking like it was going the wrong way. So this, usually bag 5 kind of flies. Just depends, I guess. there. I'll flip it over. It's going this way. Gray piece is going to go here. And then, oh, I see what we're doing. This is going here. This one's going to go here. Oh, this is going to go here. It's going to go here. And then those are still going to. Okay, so it's going to flip around and go right there. Nice transaction or transition. Transition to the transaction. Alrighty. So we got that giant rear wing happening now. Three flat of the 1x2. It's going this way, and that piece is going on top there, and this one's going on here. Okay. I see where this is going. I see where this is going. I'm seeing my pieces that are still left, and my little brain is crafting how this is all going to go together. There. It's going to go right here on top of these. There it is. Big racing wing there. Here we have roof piece, roof going on. There it is. A little bit of a trick to get it on there. Wheels. The brake rotor side up. And wheel covers. I'm sure in real life, Porsche, it's not a real cover, this is the real wheel, but so I need these. Here, no, I want the push that out now. That's not going to work. Put one of the wrong wheel caps on there. So how can we get that out? First thing I'm going to do is put the other 5-star one in. I got to get this one out of there. Aha! We will use a Lego tool as a Lego tool. There we have it. Used our minifigures spanner. Pop that wrong wheel situation out of there. And do this, this, and this. Over here, we have these two pieces here. Going to be the ground effect, bottom, on both sides. There it is. Okay. Now these are going to be in the front. They're going to go here. It's a little funky because they table again. Okay, so we have windshield off. We'll get our driver. We'll wind up. Sat down in there. There he is on the wheel. There he is in there. So. And I'll get this up here where you guys can see it. So we have from the top view. Details there. I'll flip it over. We got on the bottom this time. We have these ground effects here, like the front airfoil there on the front. There we are. From the side, GTRS decals kind of lining up. GT3 RS. Get the wing on the back. Level it out a little more. You can move it around as you want it. It's your car. It's a Lego. Do what you want with it. Don't let people keep you down. In the rear. Front. Driver fits in there pretty good. Some of those Speed Champions are a little questionable driver fit sometimes. It seems like the minifigure might have been the last thought of getting in there, but that one fits pretty well. So there you have it. That was Lego Speed Champions Collection Porsche. Kit number 77239, or Porsche, whichever you prefer. It's the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. I guess RS is Rally Special or Rally something. 348 listed pieces available now. If you'd be so good as it is with a like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Helps us out, helps you out, helps the channel out. We'll be back soon with some more new builds. I've got some kits on the way, and we will see you then. Bye.